Okay, this video is called The Sad Fate of French Girls. Okay, so this is a young French girl, about 12 years old, sort of these aliens brought in by big money, RAP, you know what, ED'd her, and then, you know, CHOPP ED'd her up. And this has been a recurrent problem in France and other parts of Europe where big money has brought in numerous aliens that are not welcomed by the population, that are hostile to the population. This is a lady who's become rather famous. Her name is Eva Vladeringsbroek. She is, I think, from one of the Netherlands type countries, and she's made a couple of very good speeches. She's a very intelligent lady, kind of like a philosopher, politician or something. And so she's been going around giving talks about how this has become a widespread problem because of the massive, uncontrolled, unwanted influx of foreigners into Europe and other Western Christian countries. And this is what's really happened. And this is the sad fate of young girls all too often in France. I'll show you one more picture from this talk here. And now I'm also going to show you, some people will talk, you know, like if you look, you know, this guy, Jordan Peterson, he's been on all these different shows, you know, welcomed by all these Christian churches. Nobody ever invites me. I wrote the best book about Christian art ever. Not a single Christian YouTube channel would invite me. Nobody, not one. Okay? And so a lot of this sort of stuff I think is ridiculous. I don't think he's a real Christian. He wouldn't let his kids go to church. And I actually think he's a cow, you know what, moon, you know what, east in disguise, if you will. Because it seems to be like when push comes to shove and there's a big issue, he goes against Christians. Even though, yeah, I know he's a real smart guy. He's a real good-looking guy. He says a lot of clever things about psychology. He's a bright guy. But he kind of reminds me of the high-fat phonies. He'll say about 60-70% of good stuff, and people go, oh, yeah, he's good, he's smart, he's telling us useful, true stuff. But then, on important issues, that other 20-30%, he lies all the way out. Like he tells everybody to eat the meat carnivore diet. He tells people that psychiatric medicines are good. And he says a lot of other nonsense that's not true and is not in the best interest of his listeners. And I'll tell you what I think is going on. I think, you know, and his wife apparently is claiming that she converted to Christianity or something like that. And something about her, you know, recovery from cancer, her religion helped or something. That's all kind of nice, but I would be careful. What do I think is happening? I think these fake Christians are trying to get real Christians to sign up for these apps. Things like, you know, I'm not even going to say the name of the app, but just think any app related to Christians specifically. And I think what it is a honeypot. A honeypot means, imagine you are a hunter and you want to get rid of all the bears in the forest. But it's a pain in the butt to go find all the bears. But if you put a big honeypot out in the middle of a field, all the bears will come out, and then you can get all the bears. And so what I think it is they want all the Christians to sign up for these fake Christian apps, or whatever you want to call them, on their cell phones, and then they'll be able to track all of them, and they're going to persecute all of them. And I'm just guessing. I don't know that at all. I don't have any proof of that at all. But I do have a lot of experience reading history, and that's the impression I get. That I think he's probably one of these fake Christians. And notice all the Christian churches welcome him in, but they would never welcome in somebody like me who writes the best book about Christian art and literature that ever was written. So that's another thing that pisses me off. It's like almost everything in the modern world is fake. You know, like I'm a Hispanic, okay? I'm half Puerto Rican. You know what? There's not a single Hispanic organization that ever invited me to teach study skills or to talk about health or anything, okay? They like low IQ, mediocre types who they can control. They don't like a smart guy like me who's going to do whatever is right. All right, so anyways, this lady, I do think she's very good. Eva, she's the real deal. She's really trying to help people. She's given a bunch. You check out her videos either on YouTube or go to other channels. You know, go to the other channels, whatever you want. But I'm telling you, she is for real. I think these two are fake. Use your own judgment. Decide for yourself. But see what's happening to these poor girls in France. This is what's happening in France. This is what's coming to all Western Christian countries if it's not there already. So people should know about it and people should speak up about it. Otherwise, it's inevitable.